The crystal chandeliers of the Ravenport estate glowed like liquid gold, casting warm light across marble floors polished to perfection. At the center of it all stood Julian Ravencroft, a 33-year-old real estate billionaire known in elite circles for his cold discipline and unreadable expression. Julian held a glass of whiskey loosely in his hand as his friends lounged around him. Heirs, investors, men who treated arrogance like a badge of honor. So, one of them smirked. Are you attending the Hawthorne Charity Gala alone again? Another laughed. Maybe no one wants to stand next to the city's famous ice prince. Julian lifted his glass without reacting, but the words landed deeper than he cared to admit. He hated how predictable they were, how badly they wanted to see him crack. Then someone added, almost casually, why don't you take your housekeeper? The quiet one. The one who looks terrified of her own shadow. Laughter exploded through the room. Julian didn't laugh. He should have shut it down like he always did. But pride is a dangerous thing, and that night something inside him snapped. I'll take her, he said calmly. The room fell silent before erupting into disbelief and amusement. Just outside the doorway, Lena Brooks stood collecting empty glasses. She froze when she heard her name. Moments later, Julian stepped into the hallway, his sharp gaze settling on her. You'll accompany me to the Hawthorne Gala tonight, he said. Lena blinked. Sir. If you need extra staff, be ready by 7, he interrupted, then walked away. She stood there alone, heart racing. She didn't know it was a joke. She didn't know she was the center of a cruel wager. She only knew that refusing wasn't an option. At 7 sharp, Lena opened an old wooden chest at the foot of her bed. Inside lay the only thing she had left from her mother, a deep blue evening gown, its neckline hand-stitched with tiny pearls. It was elegant, slightly faded, and priceless in ways money couldn't measure. If I have to go, she whispered, I'll go with dignity. The moment Lena stepped out of the car at the gala, the room changed. Conversation slowed, heads turned. Whispers rippled through the crowd. The dress fit her with quiet grace. The pearls caught the light like distant stars. She didn't cling to Julian or hide behind him. She walked forward with her chin lifted, as if she belonged among the marble columns and crystal glow. Julian forgot completely that he had ever seen her in a uniform. A reporter stopped them. Mr. Ravencroft, we heard you were attending alone tonight. Is this your fiancé? Julian hesitated, just long enough to expose the truth. No comment, he said. Later, a society woman asked Lena condescendingly what family she came from. Lena smiled softly. I'm just grateful to be here this evening. Julian stared at her, stunned. She carried herself with more grace than people born into this world of privilege. On the balcony, beneath the city lights, Lena finally spoke. It's not the room, she said quietly. It's the pretending. People like me don't belong here. One wrong step, and everything falls apart. You held yourself with more dignity than anyone inside, Julian admitted. Including me. That's when Vivian Hawthorne, the host, appeared. So the rumors are true, she said coolly. You really brought the help. Then she laughed. It was a joke, wasn't it? Didn't you tell her? Lena didn't cry. She didn't argue. She simply nodded. Thank you for the evening, Mr. Ravencroft, she said calmly. But I shouldn't be here. She walked away, her dignity untouched. Julian stood alone on the balcony, the laughter inside suddenly hollow. For the first time in his life, he understood something painfully clear. The joke was never about her. It was about him.